Hey, good morning, good people. How you doing? You guys know I need to know if you can hear me. Let me give me a coffee cup this morning if you could hear me. We're going to discuss CPI Consumer Price Index this morning. Good morning. Hey, all right, let's go right into it. CPI will come in a few minutes, and we will see what the stock market is doing. The S&P shares are holding. If CPI don't come down, I'm good. I'm cooked. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, good morning, good people. So let's get right into it. Just before CPI comes out, we could clearly see that the indices are down. The indices are down. We have the Dow down, S&P down, and the NASDAQ down. All right. The Dow down the most. S&P, I would call that flat. But you know what? They had a run up. These indices have ran up pre-CPI. Good morning, good morning. Pre-CPI, these indices have ran up. Thank you, guys. All right. And so they ran up pre-CPI, and the question is have they run up already? Have the indices, meaning the Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ, the market, have they run up already, pricing in a good CPI number? Well, we will find out in a few short minutes, okay? That's what we want to know, right? So that's what we have. Has a lower than expected CPI already been priced in, and could markets actually sell off? I hope not. I hope not. I hope they go up. That's what I do. Good morning. Good morning. How about you guys? Yep. Crypto going crazy with CPI. Let's look at crypto right quick. We got a few minutes. So we can clearly see that there's a sea of red with crypto. Bitcoin did run up a little bit, but we can see mostly red this morning in speculation, waiting to see what CPI will be. And so that's what we're looking at right now. I believe that small caps could run up if we have good CPI numbers, right? We want to look at the core CPI. Of course, we want to look at year over year, and we want to look at core CPI. I believe we're expecting 0.2% rise, which will be, I believe, less than last month. We will see, all right? It's a Wendy's buy? What does that mean? All right, so you think it's 3.1? 3.1 is what we're looking for. All right, 3.1. All right, we'll see. We're not speculating. So we have core CPI, and we have year over year CPI. All right. How does it affect crypto? It affects crypto if it shows that inflation is lowering. All right. With a lower CPI, then that's positive for crypto because the Fed is more likely to lower interest rates sooner, faster, right? Good morning. All right. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Yep. So these are some of the things we want to talk about. All right. And let's see here. So we got PPI tomorrow, of course, Producers Price Index. All right. Good morning, good people. CPI will be hot. Well, let's see. I hope not. But if it's hot, it's hot. We're going to drop it like it's hot. All right. So we got a few minutes. Let's go right into it. Good morning, Lisa J. Let me see. It should be out in a second. I have one news source pulled up. Let's see if they will allow me to stream what they're saying. It looks like they may run it. Let's see.
What do you want to know today? Ask a question or visit SearchGo to find answers now.
The economic data just around the corner. It is 20 seconds away. Jobless claims, CPI, and a whole lot more to focus on. Mike McKee's going to break it down. These are the scores going into the data. We're down by 1/10% on the S&P 500 in the bond market. Yields on a 2-year, 10-year, 30-year look a little something like that. Two's unchanged, 462. Right now, looking at 10s, 426.65 with the data. Here's Mike McKee.
Well, John, good morning. And it looks like we are remaining on the path to September. CPI headline comes in down 0.1%. The forecast was it would go up by 0.1%. And core comes in up just 0.1%. The forecast 0.2. So some real progress there on CPI. The Fed is going to be glad to see. On a year-over-year basis, the CPI is at 3%. And the core is at 3.3%. So a lot of good news in the inflation headline numbers. In terms of jobless claims, 222, we go the other way. Instead of the crisis level, we're going back to where we used to be. Continuing claims, 1,852,000. So I'll take a look at the underlying data, and I'm sure you're getting a market reaction today.
Yeah, you can guess in which direction. Mike, thanks for that. Mike, we'll come back to you in just a moment. Double-digit decline at the front end of the yield curve. So let's talk about that. A double-digit basis point decline. We're down 11 basis points on a 2-year. We're back to 450. On a 10-year, we're down 10 basis points. It's a break of 420 at 418. Once you've seen moves like that in the bond market, you know what happens when you push it through foreign exchange. You've got a weaker dollar, a stronger euro, and I think you can guess where equities are right now. Let's check it out. The S&P 500, the Nasdaq, firmer, the winner, the outperformance from the Russell, up by 1.3%. Lisa, based on this data, and we can talk about whether we should extrapolate it out through the rest of the year or not in a moment. But based on this data this morning, it's the best of both worlds. Jobless claims come in a little bit better. Downside surprise on CPI.
Is it Goldilocks redux? That's kind of what I was thinking when I was looking at this, given the fact that jobless claims went in the opposite direction. I will say that the previous week was revised upward by 1,000. Not anything dramatic, though. That said, how much can you really glean Goldilocks from something that is just like a blip in the moment? At the same time, you could see how it's being translated to the market. If the Fed cuts now, it would be a dovish cut. It would be a positive kind of view on a market, a mid-cycle adjustment that would allow equities to keep rallying. That seems to be the tone.
That's the kind of rate cut the equity bulls want to see. Mike McKee, I'm going to come back to you and use the words of Chairman Powell. Repeat them again. The question is, are we sufficiently confident that it is moving sustainably down to 2%? I'm not prepared to say that just yet. After these numbers, would he be prepared to say that?
He might be. It'll be a lot harder to say that we've got a lot more work to do, given the way some of these numbers are breaking down. Of course, we saw a big drop in gasoline prices. That continues, and we've seen oil prices go down, especially with the IAEA report. And that is a big part of what all this is. But the biggest thing is housing, and housing has finally gotten into the area the Fed has been expecting for a long time. Owner's equivalent rent up just 0.3. That is the lowest since the fall of 2021. Rent of shelter up just 0.2%. Rent of primary residence 0.3. So a lot of good news there. We also see that lodging away from home fell by 2%. It's interesting because this is the time of year when the tourist places like where I am would be full. And so lodging it was a little bit of a surprise coming down in June by that much. I'm still looking here to see motor vehicle insurance is what I'm trying.
So there we have it, good people. U.S. June CPI year over year, 3.0 versus 3.1, okay? 3.0 versus 3.1, so it is lower than expected. Forecast for the prior is 3.3. So there we have it, good people. Looks like we got a good print on CPI, all right? So my NVIDIA puts is smoked. I wouldn't, why would you do that just before the CPI numbers come out? You guys love gambling, man. It's not good. It's not good. There's alcohol and anonymous. We need to see we need something for some of you guys. All right. So we're trying to refresh these. They're not refreshing correctly because the indices are higher than this. So I don't know why it's not refreshing. All right. Let's look. Hey, Australia. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's look what crypto is doing. Let's see. Are we getting more green? This month, let's go. Look at that, good people. Bam. Instantly. Instantly. Okay. Yep. All right. There we go. You see, it was a sea of red. Now it is a sea of green. Just that quick on the CPI numbers. For those of you that are just coming in, U.S. June CPI year over year was 3.0 versus 3.1. All right. So it's lower than expected by 1/10. And then prior was 3.3. Okay. So there we go. All right. You love the stock market? Yep. I love you loving the stock market. All right. Yes, crypto is good. Crypto is good. Crypto is pumping because, like I've been saying, crypto operates good off of a low inflation. Okay. And I'm going to end by saying this. For crypto, the timing is perfect. The timing is perfect. Let Germany do their selling off. Let the Mt. Gox stuff get settled. All of the FTX, all of that garbage. Let all of that get, settled. Let crypto get purified, right? And then crypto is not due to hit their all-time highs until next year. Some people say the spring. Some people say the summer. Some people say the winter of next year. But we know it's next year, and it should be. Let's just call it, if we were early, by the end of summer, right? So if we have all of this out of the way, do you know how many interest rate reductions we can have from now until then? Now the Fed might decrease interest rates 2 times this year. He may do September and December, though I'm still on 1. But he may do September and December. If the Fed decreases interest rates in September and December, watch what happened to crypto, right? And so now things are looking good again. We got positive information on, look at that, crypto. Every single one of them green, 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 green. That's what we like to see, okay? So I don't know why this won't refresh. It's in the pre-markets, all right? So we're going to leave it right there, good people. That's what I wanted to talk about. Looks like we're going to have a good day in the market. As you see, for those of you that was looking for June, a CPI, U.S. June, CPI year over year, 3.0 versus 3.1%, forecast 3.3. And we're going to leave it right there and get you guys on your way to work. All right. I didn't want this one to be long. We love you guys. Look, have a great, wonderful, blessed day because you choose to. And for those of you that want to learn more about the stock market, you already know. Stock Up You is where you're going to learn about stocks and crypto. All right. I made this to meet you where you are. And not only do you get stocks and crypto, as you can see here, take this crypto class and you will make money. All right. Anybody that's taking the class, leave me a coffee cup. And then we go into charting. We go into options. We go into all of that. We start you from a beginner standpoint, bring you into intermediate where you are making money. This class is not for experts, okay? It's for those of us that like making money every trading day. I love you guys. Make sure you spread love. Let's see. Can we jam out? Can we jam out? Let's see if we can jam out, y'all. Live, love, laugh, and learn. What's up, good people?